The most frustrating thing about men is the fact that they refuse to acknowledge when they are being flirted with. They'll go, "You're so handsome," and they just go. They look so confused to the point where you're like, they obviously want nothing to do with me. That's okay. Won't do that again.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be covering yet another Lock the Bounty Hunter video, guys. And, you know, I have made a great many videos on this channel talking about why men refuse to date. But, you know, every single time I see a Lock the Bounty Hunter upload and I take a look at some of the clips which we're about to get into here today, it feels like things are just getting worse, okay? A lot of these women are just downright clinically insane. It amazes me that they can even get boyfriends or let alone the attention of men in the first place. But, you know, that's the current day society we live in, where it doesn't matter where you are in life as a woman. You can be a broke loser who is overweight, no exaggeration whatsoever, and still somehow get attention from men because there are so many thirsty men out there. So without further ado, let's jump into some of these video clips that Locke has gathered here for us today. As always, guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to his channel. I'm going to leave it linked in the pinned comment as well as the description. And let's just jump right into today's episode.
The most frustrating thing about men is the fact that they refuse to acknowledge when they are being flirted with. They'll go, "You're so handsome," and they just go. They look so confused to the point where you're like, they obviously want nothing to do with me. That's okay. Won't do that again. And later you find out they liked you the whole time. So, what?
What? Ah.
Well, the most frustrating thing about modern women is when they refuse to acknowledge anything that's even remotely their own fault. If you're confronted with any form of accountability, your face scrunches up as if you were asked to figure out the square root of 4. But at the same time, you think that men think exactly the same way as you. And then you have the nerve to shame us when we don't. Now, even if a man mainlines 8 boxes of wine, he still possesses significantly more brain power than you, because men don't get compliments in their lives. In fact, they're so rare that getting any form of kind words will blindside us to the point where we need to make sure we haven't tripped into another completely different alternate dimension for the 4th time. It's so rare that a compliment actually takes a few minutes to register. You either don't know or don't care. You'd rather just blame the men for intentionally disregarding your pathetic attempt at flirting instead of just being direct and saving everyone the headache. But from the looks of it, the best way to avoid the headache is just to avoid you.
That's funny because it's so true.
Guys,
I can guarantee you guys that that woman sitting there complaining about men not understanding that they're being flirted with absolutely makes no advancements on men whatsoever, except for the ones that she is very highly attracted to. And even then, I would probably say that it is quite rare, okay? It's very funny when you see these videos, they will sit here and say, yeah, men just don't understand this, men just don't understand that. But when you actually look at their situations and what they're doing, it's complete nonsense, okay? Probably this woman's version of hitting on a guy is standing in the right location in the coffee shop near him, and then if he doesn't say something, then he hasn't taken the hint. Okay, it's amazing to me how men are expected to be absolute mind readers when it comes to this nonsense. And then if you don't get it, right, if you don't pick up on their stupid little cues, then somehow you're emotionally unintelligent and you don't understand things. Now, granted, guys, I think that women oftentimes are a lot more socially aware, I guess, than men are, simply because we don't really care a lot about certain things. But it amazes me, you know, at the same time, how little self-awareness some of these individuals can have. But let's jump into the next clip.
I want to quit my job. I want to quit my job so bad. Like, you mean to tell me that this is supposed to be the rest of my life? No. You mean to tell me that every day for the rest of forever, I'm supposed to wake up, drive into work, and get yelled at by strangers for shit I didn't do?
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public. So make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode. Yes. You know, I thought you were strong and independent. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I record these videos, guys, and I say, you know, women who get into their 30s, all of a sudden they switch from being strong and independent to, where have all of the good men gone? You know, I can't seem to find a good man. Because what happens, right, is they say, I'm strong and independent, I'll do whatever I want. So they go into university, they go into college, whatever it's called where you are, right? They go in there, they have a bunch of fun with bad boys, they rack up a ridiculous amount of debt to the state. Then they go out there, they enter the job market, and they do that for a couple of years, and then it slowly, you know, reality starts to sink in, and they realize, hey, wait a minute, I don't want to be strong and independent anymore. I want a man to look after me. I don't want to do this nonsense, okay? And the problem is, they've already been with too many dudes by this point that they can't even consider monogamy. They think that they can. They think that they're loyal and fantastic and loving people. They just need to find the right man. But I guarantee you guys, these women who have racked up a stupid amount of university debt, who are looking for their good man now that they're in their 30s, they're going to cheat on him. They're going to leave him. They're going to try and take him for everything that he has. Okay, these women are absolutely not worth dating, and I think we should leave them to their own devices. You know, you were strong and independent. Let's see how that independence serves you after decades of working a job that you don't care about. Men are actually quite different. I think a lot of guys are certainly capable of working at jobs for long periods of time. I think that a lot of guys find salvation in things such as work and the gym and routine and things like this. But these women, they don't know what routine is. They don't know what discipline is. They don't know what working hard is. It's just too difficult for them.
And I'm supposed to accept that? No.
Oh, poor you.
You know, if you ask anybody who's worked in customer service long enough, they'll tell you the job is 80% getting chewed out by customers for poorly built products. The remaining 20% is evenly divided between dodging those customers, pretending to look busy, and scrubbing out the bacterial felony left behind by a 300-pound mud demon in the public bathroom. Your customers will expect you to be able to magically fix their problem by manipulating the ethereal plane to solve whatever problem that's vexing them. And when you can't do that, they take offense and will chew you out, because that's the only way they'll be able to feel like they have any autonomy over their own lives. And in response, you'll threaten to quit, but most don't, because at the end of the day, it's just easier to complain and whine and threaten than do anything about your problems. And in today's job market, you're lucky to take what you can get.
Couldn't be me. Not gonna happen. Oh my God. I hate it. I hate it. You know what? I'm gonna get a new job. And that new job, I'm gonna be a caterpillar. I'm gonna be a caterpillar. I'm gonna live on a leaf. And I'm never gonna have to explain how to do things that someone could just fucking Google ever again. Why am I here? Literally, my job, just Google it. That's my whole job, just Google it.
Congratulations.
Well, in answer to your question, you're here because despite your apparent plumbing and every single advantage given to you in the world that modern feminism demanded, you've still figured out a way to fail miserably on every single account, to the point where your only recourse is to act like a child and scream about it on the internet. But I gotta level with you, sister. Unlike that child, you lack any good imagination. You want your next job to be a caterpillar? That's gotta be one of the dumbest things imaginable. But to be fair, I could make fun of you for that, but on this one, I'm living in a glass house. Because if I had the opportunity, I would totally become a bear. Think about it. Bears are huge, they're fuzzy, they can hunt, fish, swim, climb trees, and they get to sleep for 6 months out of the year. And for the icing on the cake, modern women won't accuse you of a violent crime just out of boredom. Granted, it does does come with the drawback of a woman constantly choosing to want to find me in the woods instead of a man, but I guess you can't have everything. It's win-win for a guy like me. Unlike you, who will most likely become the bowel movement of a fish or the regurgitated slop to feed some baby birds.
Ew, what a mess. Ew, ew, ew.
He doesn't call, you don't call. If he doesn't text, you don't text. If he's not initiating dates or quality time, you don't initiate dates or quality time.
I'm going to have to pause it 2 seconds into this video. Okay, this woman has wrote on the screen here, "It is a privilege to be with you. Let him come your way." I can already tell you guys that this woman is well and truly not worth the effort for any man to ever speak to. So she's also written on the screen here, "Let him earn it." Then she's got a clapping emoji, a black cat emoji. You guys know what I think about cats on this channel. And then a kissing emoji. Okay, we are already, what are we, like 6 seconds into this video, if that, and I can already tell you that this is a future divorced single mother right here that no man with any self-respect wants to date. But, you know, let's run it back.
You don't text. If he's not initiating dates or quality time, you don't initiate dates or quality time. You have to match his energy, because if you're constantly waiting on the sideline or then being the one reaching out first, you are becoming the golden retriever because you're chasing him, you're pursuing him. You have to remember that you are carrying one of the most powerful feminine energies literally in your womb in this entire universe, and this is what men want from you.
Ma'am, let me just, there is nothing feminine about you. It is amazing to me that these people will sit here. I saw, guys, I kid you not, I saw a TikTok account the other day, or maybe it was an Instagram account, I can't even remember at this point. They all kind of blur together with all of their nonsense, right? But there was an account I came across the other day, and I kid you not, it was a feminine energy coach for women. Let that sink in for a second. I can guarantee you all these women sitting here talking about feminine energy and here's all, you know, the secrets to being feminine and everything. It is funny to me that none of them have any sort of femininity about them, right? And this is why they can't find a man. This is why they're going to continue to struggle. And these women will literally sit here, guys. They will yell at you about how feminine they are. And you're sitting there and you're like, what are you even talking about, my guy? You're purporting to me that you're a feminine person, but all you've done is yell and berate people, even their own audiences. This is how they treat their own audiences. They just get on here, they just sternly have a nice talking to their audience about femininity. That is crazy, man.
Powerful feminine energies literally in your womb in this entire universe, and this is what men want from you.
That does not make sense.
So in response to that, I have a question for you, woman. Why? Why should men chase and pursue you? I don't think you've ever given that any form of thought, but to be fair, you're a modern woman. Thinking isn't exactly your strong suit. And come to think of it, I don't think you possess anything that might even be considered a strong suit. But let's go ahead and think about this for a second. You've been telling women to make men chase them. How many times has that actually worked out for you? Now, I'm going to be generous and assume that you're 41 years old. You're welcome for the compliment, by the way. Your aggressive demeanor and bare fingers are a clear indicator that you're hopelessly single with zero relationship prospects. And based on the numbers in comparison to your age, it's painfully obvious that your plan does not work.
You want to know the funniest things about these videos as well? The funniest thing, excuse me, is that these women will sit here and be like, never chase a man. You don't need to do anything for a man, on and on, right? But the thing is, they don't like men who chase them. They treat them like garbage, okay? I think it's very different to a man, right? If you're a man and you have a girl who really likes you and she chases you and everything, chances are you'll treat her quite well because she's putting in effort and she shows that she actually cares about you. For the average man, that is a very rare experience, right? Receiving compliments, having someone actually care about you on a personal level, that is quite a rare experience for the average male, okay? And so a lot of guys, they appreciate this. They don't view it as weakness. They don't treat the woman like garbage, okay? They actually like the woman as a result of this. Now, maybe not the Chads, because they have 50 million women chasing them already, so they're just going to treat her like she's another, you know, woman in the pile, I suppose. But reverse the scripts here for a moment, okay? If you treat the average woman like a queen and you chase her and you be kind to her and you get her all this stuff and blah, 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 and you go down that road, you will be treated like dirt. You will be cheated on. She'll be mad at you for absolutely nothing, okay? Because they won't respect you. They don't care about you. And it's just funny, right? It's hilarious because the men have to chase is the message here. The men have to chase the women. But the women don't even like the men who chase them. Like, let that sink in for a second. You don't even like these men. You treat them like garbage and you expect men to chase you and to get you flowers and to be chivalrous? No, absolutely not. But guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments, okay? Do you think that these women are going to fare well in dating? Do you think that they are delusional? Let us know below in the comments. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Lock the Bounty Hunter. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.